Hello YouTube, my guest today is Pedja Bajovic. Pedja is one of the founding fathers of the stand-up comedy scene in Croatia, and he also represented the country of Croatia in the Laugh Factory's prestigious Funniest Person in the World competition. And this is going to be another Skype episode, and it's also going to be an episode using 2 green screens, so the nerd factor of this project has gone up significantly. So I'm going to be on a green screen, he's going to be on a green screen, and it's going to look like we're walking around the same place. At least that's the idea. So he's going to materialize now any minute. To my left or to my right, I don't know, somewhere. Let's get him on Skype. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Pedja?
Hi, Mr. Green.
Oh, there you are. Looking good, man. And this is the first one we're doing with a double green screen. So you've got your own green screen too. So,
well, triple green.
Triple green, yeah. Well, including me, yeah.
You.
It's going to be special. So you ready? So you're joining me from Croatia, right?
Yep.
And what time is it over there?
Well, we're 1 hour ahead of London, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, just an hour. Okay, that's cool.
Let's hit the road.
Let's hit the road. All right. So you ready to look at where you grew up? Let's do
Bring it on.
Let's do it. So where is this, Pedja? What am I looking at here?
Oh, we're in Montenegro, present-day Montenegro, at the time Yugoslavia. This is actually a village next to this town where I was born, but I was, for the first couple of years, I spent there. That's where my father is from. Most of my family actually moved to the next stop of my life, which is Serbia.
Serbia, all right. Should we take a look at that now?
Let's go.
Let's have a look. So where is this? What am I looking at here?
Oh, Požega. This is where I was raised up until the age of 15. Growing up in a small town, I think it makes you more eager to learn stuff rather than in a big city where most of it is given, and you take it for granted. Here you have to struggle to learn stuff, to obtain stuff. And I think about, not material, also material is around here is not, it's not a rich area. But the ideas and initiatives, things you want to do.
And what about the people in this area? How would you describe them?
If there's one word I could use, it's tough. Tough, but it's lively. People are outspoken, very loud, but tough when things need to be done.
In what way do you think growing up in this environment has affected your comedy? Do you think that feeds into who you are on stage?
The comedy in this part of the world is really dry and with a bit of insult into it. So this is not a mellow comedy.
Now we're going to look at the next place, which is where you're living now. What is this, Pedja? What am I looking at here?
Look at that. Look at that thing in a screen. It's not where's that, but who is that?
Who is that? Is this you?
This is me!
Is that really? Oh my God. This is a first for the Street View interview show. So this is you from 2 years ago, right? So if you could go and speak to you from 2 years ago, what advice would you give him? 2 years isn't a very long time, so...
Yeah. That's actually a good question. I professionally, in terms of private life, I'm rather happy with what's been going on for years now. Professionally, I most probably would advise myself, lay off live comedy, go video. Do something like this.
Now we're going to go to the next place, which is a place with a happy memory. Where is this? Where am I looking at now?
This is Athens, Ohio. And I went there for 2 years for my graduate school. Like the best 2 years of my life.
Was it a bit of a culture shock when you came here?
Well, a bit. And the culture shock usually is about small things. Not the part of the world where I'm coming from, Yugoslavia, or former Yugoslavia for that matter, throughout the 70s and 80s was becoming largely Americanized, because although it was a socialist country, but the whole entertainment industry from Hollywood and TV and movies and were there. And I grew up learning English from there. I never had English at school, for example. And we don't have dubbing. Everything is subtitled. So we were exposed to the American, well, not way of life, but American, experience on daily basis. And if you pay attention, you know about stuff. But culture shock comes in like small portions of the way of life someone else is got. Americans work too hard, for example, for the Balkans perspective. That's, it's we have a saying, we work to live, whereas they live to work.
Now we're going to go to the next place, which is a place with a sad memory. Where is this, Pedja? What am I looking at here?
Oh, that's Sarajevo. Sarajevo, capital of Bosnia. And this particular one is where I almost got killed by the sniper.
You almost got killed by a sniper?
Yeah, early. Well, not me. There was a group of us waiting for a bus to take us downtown. It's like early days of war in Bosnia. It was chaotic. No street fighting taking place yet, but incidents of this sort were occurring at the time.
And how do you think those experiences of the war have shaped you as a person?
Well, they did. I've learned about human nature, and the whole thing now with like rays of right wing and conservative and military minded people. I don't understand it. Being in a war, experiencing war, there's nothing noble about the war. There's nothing gracious about the war. War is just like triumph of human stupidity, with evil coming as a collateral of human stupidity. I don't understand. I really don't understand that anyone would be, praising war as such.
So now we're going to look at the next place, which is where you did your first stand-up comedy gig. Let's go. This is one of the more interesting comedy venues I've seen. What is this?
It
looks like someone's garden shed.
Yeah.
What is this? What am I looking at there?
Yeah, it's a club that used to be called, Papillon, which is kind of vulgarized from papillon, the French for butterfly. It looked better back then in 2005 and 2006 when we started. It was actually the workshops, stand-up comedy, the first occurrence of stand-up comedy in Zagreb. And these workshops were organized by a couple of Zagreb actors who never did stand-up comedy in their life, but they got hold of some, I think, what's her name? Judy something, stand-up comedy coach, the American one. I remember Judy, but I can't recall the last name. Her textbooks or manuals of how to do stand-up comedy, and so they gathered 30 of us into these workshops. 12 of us actually made it to the stage 12 years ago, and out of 12, 5 proceeded to do stand-up comedy, and out of 5, 2 of us are professional stand-up comedians now.
So how did you feel when you discovered comedy as something that you wanted to do? Did you feel straight away that you'd found your calling?
Well, 2 years I spent in the States, 2000, 2002. Actually, that's where I experienced something called stand-up comedy. I knew about it by watching Seinfeld, the sitcom. I kind of noticed the things that he would do at the beginning or at the end or throughout the episode. I never knew it's been called stand-up comedy. But I remember having those elements in the episode, finding those elements the most interesting, rather than the plot of the episode itself. So I went to the States to do media management. I didn't go there to get better in stand-up comedy. Actually, for 2 years in the States, I never done any comedy. But I've been absorbing it on a daily basis, on TV or internet or live. And so I got back here working in the media, never thinking of doing stand-up comedy. And when these guys gathered, when they advertised, do you want to be a stand-up comedian? I was like, duh.
Now we're going to go to the next place, which is a place you find peaceful. What is this? What am I looking at here?
Okay. Well, you have the you got the word written, the name written before you. I want you to pronounce.
Oh, don't make
Read
me do
it
that.
out.
You're breaking the magic now that I prepare this all in advance. I mean, I could say it how it looks like, but it'll probably be wrong. Groznyjan? Groznyjan?
Well, okay.
How close am I?
The second one was the second one was...
Because the J's are Y, right? Groznyjan.
Groznyjan, yeah.
Groznyjan. Groznyjan.
Groznyjan.
Groznyjan.
Okay.
Good?
You're getting there.
All right. Do you go here for like a little holiday, little weekend away?
Weekend away, great people. It's a getaway spot. Not only for me, but for many people from around here. This is talking about the wars that we had, talking earlier about it. This is one of those places that did not get affected. I mean, it took like displaced people and refugees and men from this area were enlisted to fight in the war, but the war never took place in this land. And you sense it that the natives over there are not obsessed with it or not at all right-wing, and right-wing political option never stood any chance around here.
So does it feel kind of untouched, both in the natural sense and also the people as well in some way?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mentality, untouched in mentality, first of all.
That's great. It looks beautiful. I'd like to go there one day.
Well, please,
in real life. You can show me around, Pedja.
Will do. Please find yourself more than welcome, and we'll do some gigs over there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And of course, when you come to London as well, you're welcome to stay here.
Thank you.
I've been saying that to everyone, so there's going to be like an international. My house is going to be the international hub, but I genuinely do mean it though. So now, so it's been great looking at all these different places. I hope you've had fun as well.
Oh.
It's been really cool. We got one final place to look at, and this is an answer to the question, where would you like to retire? If you had all the money in the world, where would you like to retire? Let's have a look.
Let's go. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I guess that's it. I have to trust you as well. I've actually had to think about the answer to your question, so I decided to go with far, far away. This is Tahiti.
Tahiti.
Might as well be any of these, paradise islands in the middle of Pacific Ocean. Far, far away. If money was not an issue, I would go there, get me something, and be far, far away, never to return back here, but just bring people there.
Bring all your friends here.
Airplane tickets and get them to visit me.
So this would be like, this is when you're going to retire. This is like your twilight years. So what would you do? Just sit on this bench here? You could sit there.
really too.
Sipping a
No.
cocktail. Would you
No.
be able to survive without? I mean, would you still want to carry on doing comedy, or do you think once you get to a certain age you could just knock down the head and just?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, just maybe like in produce writing rather than performing, and have someone to take notes rather than me sitting down and writing stuff. I would just, lay back and talk, and people would take notes and makes funny out of it. I'm not a hardworking person. I'm not lazy. I'm somewhere in between. But I presume, by getting older, I'm not gonna get any harder worker.
But what about that need to perform? Do you need to get in front of an audience, or could you live without it?
Well, now I've got a need, but as I'm getting older, I don't think that need will be increasing.
But there's something about life experience, isn't there? That seeing a comedian that's experienced life is, it makes a big difference. You have lots of stuff to draw from, and I've seen, looking at all around these places all around the world, you've lived a life, so that that counts for a lot, I think.
Well, yeah, there's more to come, I guess. Maybe not where it came from, but.
All right, so I think that's a nice place to end it. So that's it. Thanks for coming on the show, Pedja. I've been Dave Green. This has been the Street View interview show. Now all that's left to do is zoom out into the sky. Thanks for coming on the show. I've been Dave Green. He's been Pedja. Say bye, Pedja.
Thank you, Dave Green, and have a great life, everyone.
I've been Dave Green. This has been the Street View interview show. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.